Hi, so this week's self-care reminder is all about mindset. And it's about the mindset of cultivating a relationship with our health and a relationship with ourselves, as opposed to the mindset of the quick fix, one size fits all approach to our health. That is totally understandable, and I get it. I have been there. It's like this, what herbal formula do I take? What supplements do I take? What diet do I do? What cleanse should I do in order to achieve X, Y, or Z, in order to essentially feel better? Because that's what we're trying to do when we do that. So I understand it. I've been there in so many ways, for so many reasons, most of the time related to my own hormonal imbalances, which are related to a whole dynamic interplay within my body and outside of my body. So if we can cultivate this long-term relationship with health and with ourselves and zoom out a little bit, we can learn so much. And whatever we're trying to achieve, for whatever reasons we're trying to achieve them, trying to alleviate symptoms, to feel better, to have more energy, to have our hormones more balanced, to feel more connected to our bodies, all of these things, we'll have more of a grasp on that, and a loving grasp, not like a clutching grasp. The more that we can have this mindset. And like I said, I see this working with clients and with talking with family, with friends, this desire to get out of pain or to become more comfortable in our bodies is so powerful. And I so get it, and I so have so much compassion and understanding for it, that when people reach to these quick fixes or want to believe in this one particular diet that's going to solve all their health problems or cleanse or whatever, I just want to say there's no judgment. We have enough judgment of us in this culture around what we do with our bodies, so that's not where I'm coming from, but I'm just coming from a place of inspiring self-care that is more all-encompassing, that is more about cultivating this deep relationship with ourselves. And in Ayurveda, we're taught that there are three pillars of health, which are food, sleep, and sex. And so if we look at food, for example, it's going to be our relationship with food, the foods that we need in our lives, the foods that are best for our specific body types at specific seasons, specific stages of our lives are going to change. So there is no one size fits all. There are some guidelines that are offered, but there aren't. And the more that we can kind of understand our bodies and ourselves, the better choices we're going to end up making around foods. And the more that we look at our relationship to food, the more that we're going to learn. And I can just give you an example from yesterday. I had this fight with my partner, and we were arguing, and we didn't really resolve anything. We were just kind of left sitting in our triggers and I was left stewing and stirring and my own frustration and anger. And I remembered, oh yeah, he had put a candy bar in the cupboard, this like dark chocolate almond candy bar. So I kind of convinced myself that maybe it would be okay because it's dark chocolate and but it wasn't what I needed at all. I went and started eating it and was tasting the sweetness and reflecting and thinking, well, what am I looking for right now? I'm looking for sweetness in communication, sweetness of understanding, of being heard and hearing him, being sweeter in my words and kinder, and trying to fulfill it with this candy bar. And it's not working. And we've probably all been there, right? We can relate to that because it's a relationship. Food is not just something that's going to fix us. It's a relationship. And sex it's also a relationship. It's an act of intimacy, whether it's the act of sex or how we relate to our loved ones. That's really what Ayurveda is kind of sharing with us there, is that that's a really important pillar of our health. The way that we communicate, receive love, give love, how much in alignment with ourselves we are when we do, and how much integrity we're in. And that's really what that comes down to. And that's something that we can explore and zoom out and zoom in when we need to. And see this as a dynamic, ever-changing relationship. Sleep, we need it. We are a sleep-deprived culture, and we can make different choices, some of us, but we're also still in this thrust of fast paced, go, go, go. Don't pause, don't listen, don't create space to just realize that we are tired and we need to rest sometimes. And being proactive around that it can be really helpful, just like prioritizing our rest and our sleep, and understanding that there's going to be long-term dividends, benefits to doing that. This is like the more that we make this a priority, the more we're going to benefit, not just now or tomorrow, but later on in life, because we are creating a reserve of energy and nourishment for ourselves. So looking at these dynamic relationships around health and understanding that they can help bring us back into relationship with ourselves can be really important piece of the self-care, healthcare equation. And in Ayurveda, we're taught that health isn't just the absence of disease, it is being established in ourselves. So coming home to ourselves, established in our souls. So if we look at this as a long-term, dynamic, ever-changing relationship and understand that it's going to help us come back to that place within ourselves, that relationship to ourselves, and ground and be with that. And it can be so nourishing and so helpful. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Let me know. And thanks for listening.